Verse 19. And this is a judgment. The light has come into the world, and people love the darkness rather than the light, because their works were evil. This is judgment. This is a judgment that falls on those who don't believe. Right? They're already judged. What is the judgment? Why are they judged? Why don't they believe? What is the reason that the world rejected Jesus? Because of sin. Right? Because they loved their sin more. That's just simple. Because you're a slave to sin. Paul explained in Romans. Right? I don't want to get rid of this because I love it. I'd rather serve this God, this sin, than I would serve God. I would deny a simple, straightforward fact that there are flowers around me and say these flowers came out of nothing, as if these flowers here just came out of nothing, right? There were no gardeners involved in planting. These flowers just, boom, appeared here, right? And for some other reason, boom, they appeared there, not in that hill over there, or that hill over there, or that hill over there, right? They just, boom, appeared here. Yeah, that is a pretty brilliant explanation, right? That's how it happened, right? Because if I say gardeners planted this, then that gardener has something to say about me, okay? If I say God made this, then this God has something to say about me, about the sin. And then I kind of need to stop doing that sin. And I don't really want to stop doing that sin. I want to keep doing that sin because I love that sin more than God. Right? And this is the reason. So the problem is not with God hiding, right? The problem is not with God hiding. The problem is not that God made it clear to us that He is. We are the problem. We are the problem. So yeah, you can keep on lying to yourself. When Jesus stands in front of you one day to judge you, it's not going to work because He sees through you. It's not going to work. So stop lying to yourself. Admit that the only reason you don't want to believe in God or the one true God is because of your culture, because of your sin. Because you don't want to. Because you love the darkness rather than the light. Because your works are evil. And that's the sin. Your works are evil. You love the darkness. You don't want your works to be seen. Verse 20. For everyone who does wicked things hates the light, and he does not come to the light, lest his work should be exposed. Okay? Those doing wicked things, you don't want to come to the light. You hate the light. It's not a question of you kind of just avoid it. You hate it. You hate it because it burns, right? The sun, you can't look into it. It will destroy your eyes. So you hate it. You don't look at it. You want to get away from it. You don't want your works to be exposed. Right? Verse 21. But whoever does what is true comes to the light, so it may be clearly seen that these works have been carried out in God. Right? So those who believe, they're not afraid of the light. They're not afraid that people will see the works. Right? They're not afraid of that. They come to the light. They want others to see, not because of who they are, not the works, but the God whose works they're doing. They want to share because, wow, a heart full of gratitude towards this God who gave their only Son so that they can live. They want others to see that. Not to see them. Like Jesus wasn't about them seeing Him, He was about them seeing the works of the Father that He is doing. So the same for you. It's not like, oh, look at me. Before I was this drunkard, I used drugs, and I smoked, and I did this and I did that. But look at me now, right? Right? I made a choice. I put up my hand. I prayed a prayer. That's your works. That's not the true works. You don't want that. You want people to see, wow, what a God. You want people to see Revelation chapter 4, God on the throne. Everyone worships Him. That's what you want to see. Those people with that attitude comes to God because their works are from God. They want people to see the works of God. So in which group do you fall? In the group who hates the light? You don't just don't like God. You hate God because your works are evil. Or the group who works are good, who loves the light. In which group do you fall? It's not hidden, right? You know it's not Eden. You know the reason you don't want to believe in God, but you lie to yourself. I remember this one kid there in Russia, in St. Petersburg. He had a very bad life, and so he created a fictional life for himself. He could not see the truth anymore because the truth was too hurtful. So he would just live the lie. The lie became the truth for him. But ultimately we all could see that this is a lie. And deep down he knew it, but didn't want to accept the truth. That is with every human being on this planet. Are you living the lie? Knowingly? Are you hating God? Or do you want the world to see your deeds because they're done in God, because you love Him?